What's going on, everybody? Sawdust Dave here, back with another video. It has been a long time since I've come out with one, probably almost like a year now, and I apologize. I have been busy and sick and beat up and life happens, so let's stop talking about it and let's just get to the build video. Today we are making some rings. You can make them out of wood, skateboards, whatever. I don't suggest making them out of like soft wood, like 2x4s or something you'd get from Home Depot. You want to use a hardwood for this, or if you stabilize it, I suggest stabilizing the rings anyways. I don't do it. I actually just got a vacuum chamber and I'm going to learn how to soon, but for now, let's make them how. Okay. So if you don't already know your ring size, now's a good time to figure that out. My index finger on my right hand is a size 12, which converts to just roughly a 53/64 drill bit. I like to use Forstner bits when drilling the holes for the rings. They usually have nice clean holes. Make sure you're doing it with a sharp drill bit, because otherwise you're going to overheat the material, the wood's going to get stress fractures and crack and break really easy. There's two main things with this project. One, don't overheat the wood, and two, use a small piece of material. Otherwise, you're going to spend way more time getting that material down to the size of your ring. You can use a bandsaw to cut it closer to shape, miter saw, coping saw, hand saw, seesaw, literally anything. Just get the material down so you're not sanding too much. So after you've gotten your material a little closer to size, you want to focus on making the inside diameter of the ring fit nice and snug on your finger. If you got a lot of material to remove, use an aggressive grit like an 80, but then switch it up to like a 240 or 400 grit so it feels nice and smooth on the finger. You'll see I've got some different footages with different rings. I tried making this video a little while back, but it was in my carport and I just had a lot of crap footage, so I ended up redoing it. So you'll see, a few different ring blanks that I'm using, and I use my drill press for most of this build, but if you only have a hand drill and like a Dremel, then that will work just fine. It just takes a little bit longer and it's not quite as easy and precise. After cleaning up the shape a little bit on the desktop belt sander, I take a drill bit with some masking tape and just keep wrapping it around until it gets to the point where it's going to fit super snug on that ring, so that once it's hooked up to the drill press or hand drill, it's not going to try to fly off as soon as you get that spinning. So once I've got it on the drill press for its final shaping, I start with something a little aggressive like 100 and just get it to a nice uniform shape, round over all the edges and corners, and then progress through different grits, getting higher and higher, 240, 400, 800, 1000, however far you want to go with it. You'll see me use my hand drill and some sandpaper as well, kind of same thing as this, but just the alternative if you don't have a drill press. A good trick to do this and kind of help stabilize the wood is to use some thin CA glue. I didn't have any on hand, so I didn't do it in the video. But before you do your final sanding, you want to wet the ring so it raises any of the grain. Then take something like a 400 grit and sand out the inside. Also use like a 400 or an 800, and then take down those inside corners that you couldn't get while you're using the drill press. And then it's all about the finish. Spray on some lacquer, some polyurethane, some polyacrylic. Just use light coats. I usually do about 4 or 5. That wraps it up for today's build. Now this is a super simple style ring. Just round it over. You can do big faceted rings or the secret wood style ring where you've got the wood and epoxy and it looks like little mini landscapes. Made a handful of those, and if that's something that you're interested in seeing, throw some comments in there and I'll get to working on that. I'm actually working on another video today, so hopefully I can get that out in the near future. And go ahead and, comment, like, subscribe, and if you like the video, should have put a ring on it.